Have you ever been in a room full of people and yet felt completely alone? And then, in that very same moment of solitude, a feeling, a warmth, a sudden, inexplicable sense of connection washes over you. It's not to anyone in the room, it's to someone who isn't there, someone who is miles, maybe even worlds, away. You dismiss it as a memory, a trick of the mind. But what if it wasn't? What if, right now, beneath the noise of your daily life, beneath the texts, the calls, the silence, a much deeper, more ancient conversation is taking place? A conversation without words, a dialogue without sound. This is the secret dialogue between your heart and theirs. This isn't a metaphor, it's an energetic reality. From the moment your souls truly recognized each other, a silent line of communication was established. A frequency was locked in, and long after you stopped speaking, long after the last goodbye was said, this dialogue continues. In the quiet, in the spaces between your thoughts, in the very fabric of your being. Today, we're going to listen in. We're going to decode the language of this hidden conversation, and by the end, you will never look at your quietest thoughts and feelings the same way again. The first language, the unspoken word. Let's start with the most common experience. You're going about your day, and out of nowhere, a thought of them lands in your mind. It's not a memory you chased. It's not a story you decided to replay. It just appears, fully formed, vivid. Perhaps it's their smile, a specific phrase they used to say, the way they would laugh at a bad joke. We've been taught to believe that our minds are our own private fortresses, but on an energetic level, the walls are much thinner than we think. Thoughts are not just electrical impulses in your brain, they are packets of energy sent out into the field of consciousness. When they think of you, truly think of you, with focus and emotion, that thought doesn't vanish. It travels. It's a ripple in the pond of your shared connection. And your heart, which is infinitely more perceptive than your logical mind, catches that ripple. Your heart is the receiver. The mind is just the interpreter. So when you suddenly think of them for no reason, consider this. It might be because in that very moment you have just received a message. Their soul has just whispered yours, and your soul has answered by bringing them to the forefront of your awareness. It's the first and most constant part of your secret dialogue, a simple, silent, "I am here, I remember you." The second language, the Symphony of Sensation. Now let's go deeper, beyond thoughts, into the realm of pure feeling. This is where the dialogue becomes unmistakable. Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplained warmth blossom in the center of your chest? A feeling that spreads through your body like a gentle golden light. There's no external cause. The room isn't hot. You're not embarrassed. But for a few seconds, you are bathed in a profound sense of comfort and love. Conversely, have you ever felt a sudden, sharp ache in your heart? A heaviness that descends out of nowhere, bringing with it a wave of sadness or anxiety. You check your life, everything is fine, but the feeling is real, visceral. These are not random bodily glitches. These are empathic echoes. You are feeling their energy when they are feeling a surge of love for you, when they are missing you, when they are filled with gratitude for your existence. That loving energy is transmitted. Your heart center, your anahata chakra, receives that frequency and translates it into a physical sensation of warmth and expansion. When they are in pain, when they are struggling, when they are feeling the weight of your separation or their own regrets, that heavy, sorrowful energy also travels. Your heart, still connected, resonates with that pain, and you feel it as your own. This is perhaps the most challenging part of the dialogue. It requires deep discernment. Is this my pain, or am I feeling theirs? The key is in the spontaneity and the lack of a personal story to attach it to. It comes, it is felt deeply, and then it often lifts just as quickly as it arrived. It is their heart speaking to yours in the raw, wordless language of emotion, a language you both understand perfectly. The third language, the Dreamtime Summit. When your conscious mind goes to sleep, your soul goes to work. The dream state is one of the most powerful meeting places for souls in dialogue. You have a dream about them, but this isn't just any dream. It's hyper-real. The colors are brighter. The emotions are more intense. You can feel their touch, hear the timbre of their voice with perfect clarity. And when you wake up, the feeling lingers for hours, sometimes days. It feels less like a dream and more like a visit. This is exactly what it is. In the non-physical realms, your souls are free to meet, to communicate, and to continue the work of your connection. These dreamtime encounters can serve many purposes in your secret dialogue. Sometimes it's a space for healing. You might have a dream where you finally say everything you needed to say, or you hear an apology you needed to hear. This is your souls working together to resolve a karmic thread that your waking selves could not. Other times it's a space for guidance. They might appear to give you a message, a symbol, a gesture, a feeling of profound peace that helps you on your path, even if you are no longer walking it together. And sometimes it's simply a space for reunion, a place where your energies can intertwine without the burdens of the physical world, to remember the pure love that exists between you. Pay close attention to these vivid dreams. They are not escapes from reality. They are an essential and very active chapter in the ongoing dialogue between your heart and theirs. It is where the unsayable is said and the unfelt is felt. The fourth language, the synchronistic nudge. This is how the universe amplifies the dialogue. You are thinking of them, and at that exact moment, a song comes on the radio that was your song. You open a book at random, and the first line your eyes fall upon is a perfect message about your situation. You see their name in a shop window. You run into a mutual friend you haven't seen in years. These are synchronicities, and they are not random coincidences. Carl Jung called synchronicity a causal connecting principle. In simpler terms, it's the universe's way of winking at you. It's the external world mirroring the internal energetic connection you share. When your hearts are in a state of intense dialogue, when energy is flowing strongly between you, it creates a ripple effect in the field of probability. The universe begins to arrange coincidences to get your attention, to validate what you are feeling, to say, you are not imagining this. The connection is real and active. Think of synchronicities as the punctuation in your secret dialogue, an exclamation point of confirmation, a question mark inviting you to look deeper, or an ellipsis suggesting there is more to the story. When you notice these signs, don't just brush them aside. Acknowledge them. See them as part of the conversation. Your shared energy is so potent that it is literally bending the world around you to make itself known. How to become a conscious listener. Until now, this dialogue has likely been something that happens to you. It can feel overwhelming, confusing, even invasive. But you are not a passive receiver. You can learn to become a conscious, active participant in this conversation. You can learn to listen with intention and to respond with power. The first step is to cultivate stillness. The dialogue happens in the quiet spaces. You will never hear it amidst the noise and distraction of modern life. Spend just 5 minutes a day in silence. Sit, breathe, and simply listen. Not with your ears, but with your heart. Don't force anything. Just create the space for the signal to come through. The second step is to trust your intuition. Your logical mind will always try to rationalize these experiences away. It's just a memory. It's just a coincidence. You must learn to bypass the mind's skepticism and trust the pure, felt sense of your heart. Your heart's knowing is faster and more accurate than your mind's deduction. The third and most important step is to manage your energy. Remember, this is a dialogue. You are also a broadcaster. When you are consumed by obsessive thoughts, by anger, by desperate longing, you are sending out chaotic, heavy energy. This can cloud the connection and create static. To have a clear dialogue, you must come from a place of centered peace. When you feel a strong message from them, or when you feel the urge to send one, don't do it from a place of lack or pain. First, calm your own energy. Breathe into your heart. Find a feeling of love and wholeness within yourself. Then, from that clear, calm center, you can listen and respond. You can send a conscious, loving thought their way. I feel you. I honor our connection. I wish you peace. This is far more powerful than 1,000 anxious, unspoken texts. The purpose of the dialogue. It's not what you think. Many people misunderstand this secret dialogue. They believe its purpose is to signal a physical reunion, that if the connection is this strong, it must mean you are meant to be together in the conventional sense. But that is often not the case. The primary purpose of this secret dialogue is soul growth. This person is your divine counterpart in a specific lesson. Your souls are in constant communication to facilitate mutual evolution. They are triggering your wounds so you can heal them. They are reflecting your light so you can own it. They are holding a space of unconditional love so you can remember who you are. The dialogue is the medium through which this growth occurs. It is the classroom, not the destination. Sometimes the entire purpose of the dialogue is to lead you to a place of self-reunion, to force you to turn inward, to find the love, the validation, and the wholeness you have been seeking in them. The dialogue continues until you finally hear the most important message of all, that everything you need is already within you. And sometimes the dialogue is simply about acknowledgement. It continues because the love was so real, so profound, that it deserves to be honored, not forgotten. The dialogue is the soul's way of saying, what we shared mattered, it changed me, and I will carry the beauty of it with me always. So tonight, when the world is quiet, place your hand on your heart. Feel its steady, rhythmic beat. Know that this is not just an organ pumping blood. It is a sophisticated instrument of connection, a receiver and a broadcaster of the most powerful force in the universe, love. Across the distance, their heart is beating too. And in the silent space between those two beats, 1,000,000 words are being exchanged. 1,000,000 feelings are being shared. A story is being written that transcends time and space. You are not alone in your longing. You are not crazy for your feelings. You are engaged in one of the most ancient and sacred practices known to the human experience. You are listening. You are speaking. You are participating in the secret, eternal, and beautiful dialogue between your heart and theirs. And in that knowing, you can finally find peace. If this secret conversation resonates with you, if you felt these whispers and are seeking to understand them more deeply, you are not alone. If you found comfort in this, please share this with one person who needs to hear it today. Subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon so you don't miss our next exploration into the hidden truths of the heart. Thank you for listening. May your heart hear everything it needs to hear.